How's it going, guys? My name is Brett Linkletter, and today I'm going to show you guys what we call the marketing pie right here. Now, in today's marketing world, there's really, when it comes to online advertising and marketing, there's kind of three ways that we typically see restaurants are trying to reach people, okay? And we broke it into three different sections here in this marketing pie, and today I'm going to go over those three sections and kind of how it works, what are the benefits of each, and then as what we do as an agency and what we believe is really the best use of marketing today online. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so now for the sake of this marketing pie, I want you to refer up here to three different types of marketing that we're going to describe. One is organic, and we're going to use an O for that in green. The second is paid marketing, which we're going to use a P for that, and it's in red. And then lastly, we're going to dive into list building. All right? Now, in this first little sliver of this pie, we're going to talk about purely organic type of marketing. So we just got O, right? Now, in the organic side of marketing, what that means is posting to your followers, let's say through Facebook or Instagram. Now, the average engagement rate today on Facebook is about 0.5%. So let's put that here. Facebook, 0.5% reach. Now, what that means, guys, is that when you're posting organically, that means that you're not putting any kind of dollars behind your strategy on marketing through Facebook. And what that means is that we have a certain amount of followers and we're posting to that group of people. Now, only the people that follow us typically are going to see these posts. And from what we see today in 2019 is that only 0.5% of those people that you're actually posting to that actually choose to follow you are going to see that post. So it's a pretty low number, right? Something that, to be honest, I'm not really happy about. Now, secondly, another method of organic social media is obviously Instagram. Now, the average engagement today on Instagram is about 2%. Better than Facebook, but still not the best numbers, right? And guys, keep in mind, most people who see these posts are gonna be your followers. Now, sometimes you'll gain new followers and other people will find it here and there, but for the most part, an organic social media strategy is about building a following and posting to that following, right? That's pretty much it, okay? Now, let's talk about this next little sliver here. This is what I would describe as kind of the P segment, okay? The paid advertising segment. Now, the cool thing about being in this paid segment, or actually this right here, sorry, it should be green. This P segment here is for paid advertising, right? Now, the thing about paid advertising is rather than just posting to your followers, we're actually paying Facebook or Instagram to reach more people online. Now, the benefit of this is obviously new customer acquisition, right? We're able to not only just reach people who actively choose to follow us and actively already know about our brand, but we're actually paying Facebook to get in front of new people, reach a new audience, and hopefully gain new customers. Now, the cool thing about paying is that not only are we gonna reach new people, but we're gonna acquire new people in the form of one, followers, which is gonna help our organic side too, and hopefully we're gonna gain new customers, like I mentioned earlier, right? So in this segment, we're taking advantage of both organic and paid, which is pretty sweet. And typically on this kind of segment, right, we could be advertising on Facebook, like I mentioned. We could be advertising on Instagram. Oftentimes, we could be advertising on YouTube, right? Now, generally speaking, when it comes to a marketing approach, I prefer typically just start on Facebook and Instagram. Oftentimes, especially for restaurants, we don't do too much on YouTube, but sometimes at a bigger size, if you have a restaurant, let's say 20 more locations, YouTube is still a great place to advertise, especially for retargeting, right? So just something to keep in mind. Now, like I mentioned, just to reiterate one more time, when we are paying for an ad strategy on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, we're also inherently gonna gain some followers, which is gonna overall help our organic side as well, okay? Now, this last segment here is something that I'm most excited about, and it's what I call the list building segment. So let's put a little L in here for list building. Now, the thing about list building is we're also gonna get some paid traffic, so we have to actually pay to acquire lists, and at the same time, we're also gonna have some organic engagement. So in this last section, we're actually getting all three benefits of organic, paid, and list building. So let's put that here. For organic and paid. Now, let's dive into what list building actually means. So when I say list building, that means that I'm trying in my ad strategy to acquire, let's say, phone numbers, emails, or in some cases, Facebook Messenger subscribers. Now let's kind of break down those three segments right now real quick. Now, email, okay? Email is, from what we see, is the most popular piece of contact information that restaurants want to collect. Now, I love collecting emails and I support collecting emails. But the problem with emails is the average open rate today on an email is about 15%. So let's put that here. Now, the second thing people love capturing and love to collect is phone numbers. So let's type that in here too. Now, phone numbers are great, right? Because the average open rate, and let's say you send a text to your customers, it's about 98%, okay? So I'll put that, 98%. Obviously, 90% is much better than email. Now, the problem with text messages though, is it can get costly. The cost of SMS, it goes up a ton as you send more and more messages. And the problem I typically see with it is that the average unsubscribe rate is very, very high. You know, from what we see as an agency, we've done a lot of stuff with phone numbers and we still continue here if it makes sense. But for the most part, we don't like collecting phone numbers because what we see is it kind of interrupts the customer, upsets the customer, and ultimately leads to an unsubscribe. Now, the phone number is someone's really last place online where they can have kind of some privacy. So as a restaurant, if we're constantly bombarding people and texting them, it's a little intrusive. Now, the last thing I mentioned is Facebook Messenger subscribers, which is actually my favorite, and I'm gonna kind of dive into that now, what that really is and what that means. So let's put that here real quick. Facebook Messenger. Now, Facebook Messenger, for those who don't know, is Facebook's messaging platform. And it's really Facebook's kind of substitute for a text, right? So through Facebook Messenger, we're able to send people everything from audio files, video files, text files. We even have the ability to link it up to third-party systems and track customer visits. So there's a lot of cool capabilities on Facebook Messenger, but honestly, what's really great about it too is it's almost like just a text. It's about a 90% open rate when people send out a message within, let's say, it's about 60 seconds. So let's put that here. 90% open rate. So it's almost as good as a phone number, it's less intrusive, and there's a lot more capabilities you can use with Facebook Messenger, right? Now, the other beauty of Facebook Messenger is it's very easy to acquire a subscriber. Unlike an email or a phone number where if I'm trying to list build for that online, what I'm doing is I'm running an ad online and I'm driving traffic to a website where then I'm asking someone to input their phone number, type in their email, and all these things. The beauty of Facebook Messenger is all I need to do as a business is get someone to send a message once to us, capture the information almost instantly, and now as a business, I have the ability to message that customer back, and I have the ability to track that customer when they visit our restaurant, if you know what you're doing there, right? So let's kind of review the three pillars of this pie real quick. We got organic, and this is purely posting to your followers, no paid strategy whatsoever. And in my opinion, I would call this more of a branding approach, right? This is more about engaging with your current fans versus acquiring new people. Then we have the paid side, which gets some organic benefits, but also paid benefits of reaching new customers. Benefits of this is great brand awareness, right? And then also, remarketing capabilities if we pay for them, right? So we have to consistently pay to reach these people. And then the last thing here, which is list building. The reason list building is my favorite, guys, like I mentioned earlier, is we get the benefits of all three. We get the whole pie if we choose list building strategies. And it's now free to remarket to these people once we've acquired their information. So as you know, advertising costs are going up a ton. This time from last year, it's almost 200% higher, okay? So in order to be competitive in today's ad strategy, in order to be competitive and stay relevant and obviously grow our business, right? We have to be effective with our ad dollars. And what that means is that spending dollars to predictably acquire people in the list and predictably monetize that list. And over time, we build a list, grow that list, monetize it, and continue to grow the restaurant. So guys, these are, like I said, the 3 parts of the pie, the marketing pie. I hope this made sense. If in your marketing strategy, you're not incorporating some type of list building strategy, I would highly recommend you get on board with it soon. Like I mentioned, cost of advertising is going up, and it behooves you to take advantage sooner than later, because right now it's not that expensive. This time next year, it might be kind of crazy. So I hope you got a lot of value from it. Hope this makes sense. Feel free to shoot us an email at the email below on this video. And if you want to have any questions, let's chat. See ya.